your opening meditation, sitting or laying down any way you'd like. If you are sitting down, you can grab your blanket or your towel, place it underneath your glutes, and that will help you open up your hips. You'll be taller through your whole spine. If you're choosing to lay down, you can lay down on your back, relax your shoulders, let your palms turn open towards the sky. In sitting, you can also sit in a chair. There is a pose for everyone. Do not feel like you have to do the pose that I'm doing. Do what feels right for you. Your most relaxing pose. Relax your shoulders back into a comfortable space. Maybe swallow and let your jaw relax. Let the sides of your face relax. The connection between the jaw and your ears. Let your throat soften. Soften between your eyebrows. Now try closing your eyes. Try turning your palms upward towards the sky. Slow down your breath, taking up more space for yourself. Inhale in through your nose. Chest opens and expands, your ribs open up, your belly fills. And as you exhale, release everything. Inhale in through your nose, chest, ribs, belly. Exhale out of your nose, belly, ribs, chest. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. To take your breath one step deeper, enter Ujjayi, which is a full body yogic breath, breathing in through your nose and out of your nose. As you exhale, slightly tighten your throat on your exhale so that you feel a humming sound in the back of your throat. It will sound like whispering through trees or an ocean wave. Good. Inhale it, sweep your arms over your head, laying or sitting. As you exhale, let your hands go out to the side like you're pressing the air down, letting your hands come to your hips. Turn your palms up towards the sky as you reach. If you're laying down, take the hands over your head, palms turn in. Exhale, press your arms out and down, even extend through the fingertips. Inhale, spread open through the palms, the fingers reach up, palms turn in towards each other. Exhale, big release out. Now let's do this with an exhale out your mouth. Inhale, inhale, inhale. As you exhale, drop open your jaw. Let everything go that you do not need. If you feel comfortable in your lion's breath, stick out your tongue. Inhale, inhale, reach up. Exhale, stick out your tongue, drop open your jaw, let it out. One more. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, huge release. Beautiful. Those of us that are sitting are going to meet our friends that are laying down. Release your prop over to the side. Let your knees come over to the side and safely lay down onto your mat. Extend your legs. Reach your hands behind you, over your head. Grab your right wrist into your left hand. Cross your right ankle over your left and pull your hands and your feet over to the left and push your right hip out to the right. You become like this little sliver of a moon shape, a crescent moon. Take 2 full breaths here. Let's bring your feet back to center. Uncross your feet. Take your left wrist into your right hand. Cross your left ankle over your right. Push your feet over towards the right. Also pull the upper body towards the right. And then push your hips towards the left. 2 full yogic breaths here. Take your time. The deeper we breathe, the more we can release. And we'll be able to come into our body and into our muscles and release safer. As we build that heat through our muscles, that's what makes it safe. Now release your hands all the way back down by the side of your body. Bend your knees. Organize your spine so you feel like very comfortable in a neutral spine. You're not tucking, you're not in an anterior tilt, and it might help to toggle the hips a little bit side to side. Take your feet wide. Let's go as wide as your mat. Let your knees drape over to the right. Inhale as your knees come to center. Exhale, drape over to the left. Inhale, knees come to center. Exhale, drape over to the right. Inhale, knees come to center. Exhale, drape over to the left. Bring your knees to center. Bring your knees into your chest. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let's bring our chin towards our heart. See if you can engage your core, lifting your shoulders and neck and head off the ground. Maybe your hands reach for your ankles or for the outside edges of your feet. Round yourself up into this tiny little ball and squeeze your inner thighs together. Take an inhale. As you exhale, release your hands, slowly roll through your vertebrae down onto the mat. Release your feet. Bring your right knee into your chest. Extend your right leg, pointing your right toe. Now at the very top, let's flex the foot, fan open the toes, bend the knee like you're scraping the ceiling. Inhale, brush the foot up. Exhale, flex and bend. Inhale, brush the foot up. Exhale, flex and bend. Inhale, brush the toe up. Exhale, flex and bend. And brush the toe up, stay there. You can use your yoga strap if you like to. You can even use your towel around your thigh if this is hard. If your shoulders are coming off the mat to reach for the thighs, then you would want to use a prop. You can stay relaxed, or you can add a lift of your upper body. Walk your hands up your tree, maybe towards the ankle. Add a bend in the elbow, drawing your shin towards your head and your head towards your shin. If you have a shoulder or a neck sensitivity, you would stay down, okay? You don't want to add the extra tension onto the shoulders or the neck. One more breath here. Exhale, slowly release your shoulders, neck, and head. Slide your hands down your right thigh. Bend your right knee. Release the right foot. Good. And you can move your hips a little side to side if that helps to shake it off. Big hamstring release is what we just did. Now let's come to center. No more toggling. Bring your left knee high into your chest. Point the left toe. Brush the left leg up to the sky. Flex the foot once you come into your biggest extension. Then bend the knee. Also flexion of the knee. Point the toe at the bottom. Inhale, reach. Extend through the knee. Then flex the foot and bend the knee. Inhale, reach in through the nose. Exhale, release. At any point you want to release heat in your body, you can exhale out your mouth. The classical yogic breath is in through the nose, out of the nose. And that Ujjayi breath, you add on a little bit of humming as you exhale to bring you back to your meditation. Really, as long as you are breathing, I'm okay with that. Okay, let's extend your left leg. Hold there. Option to point the toes if possible. Draw the shin towards you without your glutes lifting off the ground. Pull the leg towards you. Option to walk your hands up the thigh, up the calf. Pull your shin towards you. Your head goes towards your shin. You're folding yourself up into this tiny space. One more breath. Exhale, slide your hands down your tree. Release your shoulders, neck, and head. Bend your knees. Take your hands over your head. Let's go into some windshield wipers. A little to the left, a little to the right. Okay. Now you're going to grab your towel or your blanket. Fold your blanket. Fold it again. Fold it 3 times. And then grab one side of the blanket and roll it up. Make that blanket or the towel a little ball shape. Take this between your inner thighs. Hands come down by the side of your body. We can't see our feet, but visualize your feet in your mind's eye, that your feet are 2 fist distance apart. Your heels are underneath your knees. Your knees are tracking with your hip bones. If you touch those bony landmarks, that's your anterior superior iliac spine. You want that tracking with your center patella, your knees right over the ankles. Hands come down and bring your mind's eye onto your lower back. What is happening with the low back? There should be a little natural curve of the low back, space for a tiny pea to fit under, or like a blueberry. Now, when you imprint your spine, squeeze the prop we have between our inner thighs. Squeeze, and then slowly release back into neutral. Inhale, squeeze and tuck your pelvis, and release back into neutral. Now, squeeze, tuck your pelvis, flatten that blueberry. Inhale, come back into neutral, making space for the blueberry. Do 5 more of these without leaving your mat. So we're staying down the whole time. We're engaging our inner thighs. We're also moving with our breaths. Squeeze and release. 3, 2. Good. Squeeze your glutes. Let's roll up to the sky. Lift your hips up really high. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly roll 1 vertebrae down at a time. At the very bottom, release your tailbone back to neutral. Take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, tuck your pelvis, roll your hips up, press through your heels, squeeze the towel between your inner thighs. Exhale, slowly roll down. Good, let's do 3 more of these and add the arms. Tuck your pelvis, squeeze your glutes, reach behind you as you lift your hips. Exhale, draw a line down the ceiling, roll your vertebrae down and come down. 2 more to your own breath. Reach up towards the sky, lift your hips, and exhale, roll down. Beautiful. Yes, 1 more. Awesome. And roll down and release. Release the prop between your inner thighs. Take it over to the side. Come into the windshield wipers. Hands can go where you like. Now, you could also use a pillow. Most of you are at home. Get comfortable. Grab your props. Get creative, okay? Now, we're going to come back to neutral with our knees. Take an inhale. Grab your prop again. Exhale, tuck your pelvis, and then take your prop underneath the end of your tailbone, tops of your sit bones. And organize it so that it works there. Like I had to kind of turn my towel the other direction. Bring your hands down by the side of your body. Bring your left knee into tabletop. Bring your right knee into tabletop. If you find that your prop does not help your lower body and your tailbone, you can release this. Do it without the prop. Now let's extend our legs up to the sky. This is a variation of an inversion. It's like shoulder stand or headstand or handstand. You're getting an amazing euphoric effect and blood flow of your whole body, right? So try to breathe here. I have to adjust my towel just a little bit, bringing it up higher. This is also very, very beneficial if you have something happening in the lower part of your body, inflammation in the knees or the ankles. You would want to do this against the wall. It's like a yin version of a headstand, okay? Breathe here, relax here. Slow down your breath. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. At the end of your complete exhale, slightly pause, and then start your inhale again. Now let's open our feet way out to the side, coming into a straddle. You can hold on to your inner thighs or outer thighs with your hands. Massage through your ankles. Do little circles through the ankles and the toes. There are 29 bones in one foot, over 200,000 nerve endings in just one foot. Okay, this is really important work. I know it kind of seems silly sometimes, but breathe into all these parts that are tight. Switch direction on your ankle rotation. Let's stop your ankle rotation. Flex your feet, fan open your toes, take an inhale. Exhale, soften your feet, bend your knees, squeeze your knees into your chest. Let your right leg come down to the ground. Extend your right leg out. Let your right leg go out to the right slightly so you feel this opening through your right hip. Draw your left knee high into your chest. Again, if the prop is bothering you, you could always do this without the prop. Do it on the ground. Let your left knee go out to the left, but stay on your prop. Exhale, pull your left knee back into center. Take your left leg up to the sky. Option to climb your tree, which means walking our hand up the left thigh and pulling our left shin towards our head as we draw our head towards the left shin. Exhale, release your shoulders, neck, and head. Bend your left knee. Let your left foot come down. Pull your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg out and over the prop. Left heel relaxes onto the ground. Let your left leg go out to the left. Allow the right knee to open out to the right. 2 full breaths. Bring your right knee to center. Option to extend the right leg up to the sky. Option to climb your tree. I find that as I climb my tree, my left leg automatically lifts a little bit, and that's okay, right? Wherever you are is perfect. Take one more breath. Exhale, slowly release. Bend your right knee. Bend your left knee. Take an inhale. As you exhale, tilt your pelvis, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up. Release your prop over to the side. Take an inhale while your hips are lifted. As you exhale, roll your vertebrae down. Good. Let's bring our knees into our chest. Rock a little bit. Check out that change you've already created. Let your feet come down. Extend your legs, reach your hands behind you, opening up your hands into a wide V, also opening up the legs. This is called splat. In Yin, we call it splat. I'm sure there's a beautiful Sanskrit name for it that I don't know. I'll look it up for you. Inhale. Exhale, let your hands come towards the ceiling. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your knees. Now, option to roll over onto one side and push yourself up, or rock a few times. Have fun with the rocks, coming all the way up, eventually into seated. You can use your feet to gain momentum, right? Letting the feet come a little towards your head and then rolling back up. Come a little towards the head, roll back up, and one more because it's so fun. And we're gonna come all the way up into seated. Let's find your Sukhasana. Crisscross applesauce, right? Shoulders back. Option to grab your prop, fold it another way, and sit on it if you're tight in your hips. Okay. Inhale, let's sweep up to the sky. Palms turn in, shoulders stay down. As you exhale, let your elbows bend out to the side, 90 degrees, spread open every finger. Exhale, pull the elbows together. Can we seam them together? And lift your elbows higher, lift your ribs off your hips, enter a back bend through the thoracic spine. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, begin to round your spine. Try keeping the elbows together. Bring your forearms down. Bring your head down towards your forearms. Round your spine, keeping the elbows together. Lift through your heart. Lift the elbows up higher. Lift and pull your ribs off your hips. Exhale. Chin goes parallel with the floor. Let the elbows part. Let your hands come down towards your knees, all the way up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale. Exhale, elbows in front of your shoulders. Keep the inner seam apart. Inhale, open up the elbows. Exhale, back in front of the shoulders. Inhale, open up the elbows. Exhale, now let's squeeze and kind of sew those inner seams together. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, round your spine. Now let your elbows relax away from each other. Hands come down by the side of you, roll up. Hands can stay down, chin and shoulders come back to neutral. Let's switch your shins, bringing your other shin in front. If sitting in Sukhasana is not working for you, you sit however you'd like. There is no wrong way. Okay, inhale, let's sweep up. Exhale, take your hands behind you, pressing your pinkies back. Feel that heat in your triceps as you push your pinkies back towards your back wall. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, let your right hand come down towards the side of you. Reach your left hand up and over. Your right elbow can bend towards the ground and open up your left ribs. Option to push that left bicep behind your ear and look up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back up slowly. Both hands come up to the sky. Exhale, left hand reaches over to the left. We're beginning to kind of just lean towards that side and then bend the left elbow as you find that nice stretch from the right hip through the ribs, the abs, the fingertips, the armpit even. Maybe push that right bicep behind you and look up to the sky. Inhale, come all the way back up to center. Exhale, reach forward and fold over your shins. Good. Slide your hands back. Extend your legs out in front of you. Inhale, sweep up. If you're feeling tight in your hamstrings, please soften your knees. Exhale, fold towards your toes. Release your head, rounding through the spine. Inhale, hands on your shins or your knees. Come up halfway, retract your shoulders, look forward. Exhale, fold deeper towards your toes. All right, inhale, let's come up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Knees go out. Hold on to your outer ankles. Lift your heart between your biceps, pressing your shoulders back. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, belly comes down, then heart, then head. As you fold in your Buddha Konasana towards your toes. 3 full breaths here. All right, let's lift your heart. Come on up. Unravel your legs, reach over to your right, and let's come into our tabletop. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. If you have sensitive knees or you just know that you like a little padding, please grab your towel or blanket, place it underneath your knees. If you have sensitive wrists, you can bring your forearms down, or better, if you have blocks, and you can place your forearms on your blocks. For those of us on our hands, spread your fingers. Your pointer finger should be parallel with your mat's edge and your other pointer finger. That's the one that gauges if you're straight. And the eye of your elbow should be externally rotated forward so that your shoulders can be pressed back into their sockets. Okay. Check out your form. Look at your knees. Your knees should be 2 fist distance apart. And if you can see your toes, hide your toes behind your knees so you cannot see them. Inhale, let's let our belly drape down towards the floor. Open your heart, let your tailbone reach up towards the sky. And as you exhale, round your spine, press through your hands, the shins, the tops of the feet. Inhale, belly comes down, heart opens, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, huge release. Good, inhale, lengthen, 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 open up through your heart. Exhale, round. Tuck your pelvis, press to the shins, tops of the feet, head drops towards the ground. For those of us with sensitive necks or shoulders, maybe your gaze doesn't come up, and that's okay, right? Only go into a safe place. And that's the difference between the beginning or the beginner student and an advanced student. An advanced student knows where to modify. Sometimes when we're just starting our practice, we think we have to do all this stuff. We don't. It's about finding your true pose and your true practice. You don't have to do anything that doesn't feel right. One more deep breath. As you exhale, let your knees go as wide as your mat. Let your big toes come towards each other. Perhaps they can touch. Round your spine. Bring your hips down towards your heels. Let your forehead come down to the mat. Turn your right ear towards the floor. Take your left hand up and around and bring your left hand behind your back. Stretching through your left shoulder, also the right side of your neck. Good, let's release your left hand out. Turn your left ear towards the floor and take your right hand behind you. Good. Release your left hand. Release your right hand forward. Press into your palms, round your spine, push forward through your knees, and then drop into a neutral spine. Bring your knees back underneath your hips. Curl your toes under. Lift your knees just about an inch away from the ground or 2 inches. This is the lowest plank we can find, right? Now, if possible, we're going to come into another inversion, your downward dog. Push your hips up and back. Again, you can skip your inversions. If you're skipping the inversions, you can do stuff standing. You can stretch standing side to side. You can do stuff sitting. Do whatever you'd like. Inversions mean when we're going upside down. If you have low blood pressure, inversions can be dangerous. If you have glaucoma or maybe you get vertigo. If you have a special case and you know you're not supposed to be upside down, please don't be upside down. For the rest of us, let's lift our heels. Bend your right knee, draw the left heel towards the ground. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your left knee, draw the right heel down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, switch. Now, if your feet are more hip distance, that can be good, but I want you to take your feet wide. Let's go as wide as your mat as we pedal through the hamstrings here. Lift and switch. Lift and switch. 2, 2, 1, and 1. Lift both of your heels up high. Bend your knees, push your hips back, look towards your hands, and then the heels drop a little bit towards the ground. Exhale, downward dog. Draw the heels towards the ground, straighten your legs. Inhale, lift your heels up high, bend your knees, look towards your hands. Exhale, downward dog. Lift your heels up high, bend your knees, slowly come down onto your knees. Let's sit onto our heels. Coming off of our wrists, shoulders back, undulate through your spine, dancing through cat and cow. So posterior tilt of the hips, round out. Inhale, move through neutral, and anterior tailbone goes out, shoulders back. This is like those bridges, the bridge pose that we did earlier, except we're really exaggerating the movement here. And again, you can sit any way you'd like. You could do this sitting in a chair. You don't have to go into this hero's pose. 3, 2, and 1. Lift onto your knees. Step your right foot forward. Good. Find your balance. And you can be close to a wall, right? If you need a stabilizer, find that stabilizer. Hands can come to your right thigh. Begin to lengthen from the left hip, the left psoas, and scoot the left knee back a little bit. Right? Scoot the right foot forward. Scoot the left knee back. Scoot the right foot forward. Scoot the left knee back. Scoot the right foot forward. Bend your right knee over the ankle. Find a comfortable stretch through the psoas. Your psoas is this huge like rubber band-like muscle, and it goes from the top of the thigh through the hips into your abdominal wall. And it gets tight all day, whether you squat or sit or run or ride a bike. Option to reach for the floor or for blocks if you have them. Take your right foot 3 inches out to the right, scoot it out to the side. Take your right hand onto the inside seam of the right foot. You'll see that that will create some space for us to bring our hands down. We're also finding a deeper opening through the right hip and the left psoas. Now, can you bend your elbows? And slowly straighten them, lift your heart. Exhale, bend the elbows a little bit. And straighten. Lift the heart, lift the gaze, drop that hip, and bend the elbows. Gaze comes down. Inhale, straighten the arms and lift. Take your right foot 3 inches to the left, back in front of your right hip. Take your right hand on the outer edge of the right foot. Walk your hands back. Find your balance. Bring your hands to your right thigh. Okay. It helps to look at something that is not moving to help you find that focus. It's called our drishti in yoga. So a little spot on the wall, a little spot on the floor. Look there. Try not to look at me because I'm moving. Let's bring your right foot back and gracefully place your right knee underneath your right hip. Inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bring your hips back onto your heels. Inhale, sweep up, lift your glutes away from your heels. Exhale, hands to your Anjali Mudra. Bring your hips down to your heels. Again, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to your heart, hips down to your heels. Inhale, sweep up. Up. Watch out for your door if it's there. Exhale, hands to your heart and stay up. Find your balance. See if we can bring that left foot out in front of us without toppling over. Remember, find your stabilizers if you need them. Scoot your left foot forward. Ease into this. Still find that scoot forward with the left foot as you push your right knee further back, opening up deep through the left glute and the right hip. Hands can go to the left thigh. And this can be a nice place to stay. You don't have to go anywhere else. But if you're gonna go with me a little bit lower, let's go. Take your hands down to the ground. Push your right knee back as much as possible. Blocks would be really, really helpful here. Now let's take our left foot 3 inches out to the left. I'm scooting it, heel toe, heel toe. Take the left hand on the inside seam of the left foot. Make space for your body. We're opening up that left hip more, the left glute, and drop that right psoas, right hip towards the ground. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows. Maybe you don't bend the elbows. And press the arms straight, lift your gaze, retract the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, heart comes down, maybe your head comes down. Straighten the arms, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, pull your heart down, maybe your head drops. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift your gaze, hold. Let's meet here. Scoot your left foot 3 inches to the right. Bring your left hand on the outside of your left foot. Walk your hands back. Press into your left foot. Gain that stability. Bring your hands to your left thigh. Find your focus point. Can we bring our hands to our heart? Inhale. Root into your right knee and gracefully bring your left knee underneath your left hip. Sit down onto your heels. Sweep your hands down, out and around and up to the sky. Lift off your heels. Exhale, hands to your heart. Sit down onto your heels. Reach your hands forward. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Big toes come towards each other. Find your extended child's pose. I see a comment here. Okay, good. Everyone's doing okay. All right, let's shift your shoulders on top of your hands. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Shift your shoulders past your hands 7 inches. Bend your elbows by the side of your body. Come all the way down into prone on your navel. Stack your hands underneath your head. Open up your left knee to the left. And you can turn on any side of your face that you'd like to, but you would want to switch it up to get balanced on both sides. I'm against a hard floor. I'm going to use my blanket underneath my left knee so that it feels more comfortable on that left knee. Maybe you want to do that. Now let's extend, if possible, your left leg out to the left. Exhale, bend the left knee. Reach your left leg out a little bit. Exhale, bend. Good, one more. Reach that left leg out. Exhale, bend. Now release your left leg towards your right. Bend both knees. Come into your reverse windshield wipers. Feet go side to side. Now, relax your head to the ground. Open up your right knee. Bring your right knee onto the ground. I switched up directions because I have this wall really close to me and I wasn't able to do it on the other side. So if you're looking at me and you think, what happened? That's what happened. But open up the right knee out to the right. Allow your floor to be your prop. A lot of us sleep like this, but it is a yoga pose. It's a really, really nice, comfortable pose. I could fall asleep. I'm going to try not to. Or else one of you would have to take over the class. Good. Now, option to try to extend your right leg. Reach it out. And then bend. Inhale, extend the right leg. Reach it out. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, release. Release your right knee. Bend both knees. Reverse windshield wipers. We've done a lot of hip stuff. Allow those hips to move freely right now. Release your legs. Take your hands by your floating ribs. Wrists underneath your elbows. Squeeze your elbows back like little arrows. Press your feet against your mat so much that your kneecaps lift and firm. Begin to lift your heart off the ground. Press your shoulders back into a low cobra. As you exhale, release. Soften your knees and your thighs and the whole body. Let's try that again. Press your feet down, lift and firm your thighs. Lift your heart, lift your gaze slightly, only as the rest of your spine comes up. And as you exhale, slowly release. Inhale, press your arms straight. Come onto your knees, engaging your core. Push your hips down and back, all the way towards your heels. Walk your hands over towards your right. Take your left hand on top of your right hand. Push your hips down to the left. Walk your hands over to the left. Take your right hand on top of your left. Push your hips down to the right. Release your forehead. Walk your hands to center. Take your hands behind your head, towards your shoulders, opening up through your triceps. Walk your elbows forward. Let your heart sink towards the ground. Reach your hands out. Press into your palms so much that your elbows and your forearms lift off the mat. Shift your shoulders on top of your hands. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Take your knees over to the side and let's sit down. Extend your legs out in front of you. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands on your shins or closer towards your knees. Retract your shoulders, lift your gaze, come up halfway. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, roll up, pull your right knee into your chest. Take your right knee, open up your right knee out to the right, taking your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Sweep your hands up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hinge from your hips, pull your heart towards your left shin. Well, the heart goes towards the thigh, your head comes towards your left shin. Try drawing the right side of your chest and your heart deeper towards the left side of your knee. Gain length through your torso. And inhale, slide your hands back. Take your left leg out to the left, opening up your left hip. Take your hands up, palms turn in, shoulders stay down. Turn towards your right knee and fold towards it. Roll up, sweep your hands up, palms turn in, shoulders stay down. Exhale, fold over your right shin forward. Inhale, roll up, reach your hands up, turn your torso towards the left, fold towards your left shin. Slide your hands back, extend your legs out in front of you, sweep your hands up, inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands on your shins, retract the shoulders, look forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your left knee into your chest. Open up the left knee out to the left side of the left sole of the foot comes into the inside of the right thigh. Sweep your hands up, turn your torso so that you're center with that right leg and fold towards the right leg. Heart pulls towards your right thigh, head goes towards your right shin. Deep breaths, full breaths here. Every time you exhale, allow gravity to help pull you deeper. Slide your hands back, roll your spine back up, stacking back up. Let your right leg go out to the right. Sweep your hands up. Exhale, turn towards your left knee. Exhale, fold towards your left knee. Good. Roll and restack the spine. Sweep your hands up. Palms turn in, shoulders stay down. Exhale, fold forward over the shin. Slide your hands back, roll your spine up, sweep up with the hands. Turn towards your right. Exhale, fold towards your right shin. Slide your hands back. Extend your legs out in front of you. Sweep your hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands on your shins, halfway up. Retract the shoulders. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Fingers turn in towards your body. Your wrists are open up towards your back wall. Feet and knees are the same distance apart. If it helps to grab your prop, you can place that between your inner thighs. But you want to stay in that 2-fist distance space, okay? Now press into your hands. Begin to lift your heart, pushing your heart up towards the sky and pressing your shoulders back. Your chin can tilt slightly back. As you exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. Let your shoulders relax and your feet relax too. Now press into your feet. Start to lift through the heart, opening up, and maybe your head comes back. As you exhale, your chin goes towards your chest. Relax your upper body, relax your feet. One more inhale, begin to open up. Now we can stay here. For those of you that would like to go further and you do not have a shoulder injury, begin to push through the heels of your hand and lift your hips, coming into your reverse tabletop. Your gaze can be towards the sky. One more deep breath, wherever you are, full yogic breath. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, slowly bring them down. Your chin goes towards your chest. Extend your legs out in front of you. Sweep your hands up to the sky. Palms turn in, shoulders stay down. Exhale, fold forward towards your shins. Inhale, hands on your shins, halfway up, lift your gaze. Exhale, fold towards your toes. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Exhale, bring your hands in front of your shoulders. Start to tuck your pelvis, roll slowly. Use your hands if you need to. Let's roll all the way back into our mat. Bend your knees. Windshield wiper. Bring your knees into your chest, massaging our back, your back, my back, your back, everyone's backs. And you can do rocks or circles. Now, allow your knees to peel apart and open up towards your armpits. If you can, stay there. If you can, reach for the calves. If you can, reach for your full happy baby, drawing your heels on top of the knees. Wrap your hands around the outside edges of your feet. Your biceps go on the inside seam, but the hand wraps on the outside seam. And we can rock here. Good. Draw the soles of your feet together, knees go out. Release your hold on your feet, knees come in, arms come out into a T or cactus, whatever feels best on your shoulders. Inhale. As you exhale, let your knees go to the left, gaze goes to the right. Good. Bring in one knee at a time, back to center. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, knees go over to the right, gaze goes to the left. Good. Bring your knees to center. Do anything big or small that you'd like to do before finding Shavasana. If you're ready for Shavasana, relax into the mat. You can extend your legs. Your hands can come down by the side of your body. Let your palms turn open towards the sky. Close your eyes. Melt into the mat like a stick of butter on a hot summer day. Begin to move your toes and your fingers. Reach your arms behind you. Stretch through your fingertips. Roll over onto your right side, using your arm to rest your head against. Bend your knees. Let your free hand go wherever you'd like it to go. You can blink your eyes open. Begin to push yourself up into a seated position. Wherever you'd like to sit is perfect. Inhale, let's sweep up to the sky. Exhale, big release. Release your arms out. Again, inhale, big sweep up. Exhale, release. One more grateful breath together. Sweep up. Exhale, so your practice down to your heart center. Thank you for letting me practice with you today. Namaste.